Ready.
Hi, it's Jen, and I'm back again, and this time with a special guest. We have Brion, the certified wino, and he'll be here with us all season long. What are you talking about?
Tell us.
Okay, Green Avenue is the new show that we've created, and every season we're going to be cooking wonderful vegan meals along with great wine pairings for you guys, along with cocktails, whatever our mind decides. Okay, honey? I hope you guys enjoy, have a good time hanging out with us. What better way to get started than with holiday favorites? Now, I'm a Thanksgiving baby. Literally this year, my birthday is on November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving. So I have to have the classics. The classics for me are candied yams, macaroni and cheese, and greens. Whether I'm a vegan or not, those are things that have to be at my dinner table every Thanksgiving. So I figured, why not start the first episode off by sharing all of those great traditions with you guys. So first, we're gonna get started with our candied yams. Alright, so to get started on the candied yams, add all ingredients to a pot, cover with a lid, and simmer for 30 minutes or until the yams are soft and tender. I don't like to use a lot of sugar because the yams are already sweet. The cinnamon. Then we're going to go ahead and zhuzh this butter on out of there. Let's break it down, stir everything up. Okay, and then we're going to cook these yams at high until they simmer. Now we're going to move on to the candied pecans. And what you're going to do is combine all of these ingredients, put them on a baking sheet, and bake in the oven at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. And they come out looking beautiful. Nice. And then when they come out, they're going to look like, and these are the candied ones. They're bomb. Good? Good? Mm-hmm. Yay! Yay! Let's put these bad boys in the oven. Alright, now we're going to move on to our next recipe. We're going to get started with the braised mixed greens. Dissolve the bouillon cubes in the hot water. Preheat a large pot. Add your olive oil, your onions, your bell pepper. Saute until tender. Add the remaining ingredient, and once all of your ingredients are well combined, add your liquid and allow to simmer. Place your greens in the pot, cover with a lid, season to taste. That's how my grandma does it. She puts some in, and then she lets them cook down, and then after that she refeeds. It's called feed in the pot. And in here we have 3 different greens, because you need 3 bunches of greens. So in here we have 1 bunch of collards, 1 bunch of Swiss chard, and another bunch of kale. How many greens can you get in the pot? I'm missing none of them. It's $2.99 each. So for the vegan mac and cheese, cook the pasta according to the instructions. Bring a pot of water to a boil. Add the carrots, the potatoes, and the cashews. Boil until tender and strain off. Using a high-powered blender, add all of your cheese sauce ingredients into the blender, and blend until smooth. Fold cheese sauce into the noodles and pour the mac and cheese into a beautiful cast iron skillet. So to top off this mac and cheese, you're going to need the herb breadcrumb topping. For this recipe, I chose to use some fresh herbs that I got from the farmer's market. So they're cryovac and dried, but what you see is thyme, rosemary, and sage. In a large bowl, combine all of these ingredients until well blended. Top the mac and cheese with the breadcrumb topping and bake in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes or until crispy on top. Cool for 10 minutes and then enjoy. Beautiful. This one. And then these go in the oven for 15 to 25 minutes, depending on how crispy you like for your mac and cheese to be on the top. I personally don't like for mine to be that crispy. I just want for the breadcrumbs to get hard again. So we're gonna do 15.
As she mentioned, we are going to be having wine and food pairings and or cocktail and food pairings. If you're like me and you're in the kitchen, if you're cooking, you just kind of have to have some alcohol to get the juices flowing.
Yes. Yes.
As you're doing your thing. My favorite time of the year is definitely fall. When it comes to fall, I always think of a specific region. It's Alto Adige, which is in the northern region of Italy. And it's got a huge German, Austrian influence. So as you can even tell by the label here, what I have for you guys is Vernatsch or Schiava, indigenous varietal. I know, it's super fancy. Try and keep it like that. Fancy like me. This particular wine is super delicious. It's very food friendly. As you'll notice as we go throughout this entire season is I'm very much driven by wines that are also food driven. They're easy to pair with food, not going to be overbearing, overpowering. This is a great one, again, just to kind of start off your meal or as you're cooking and you're tasting things. This would be a good one just to sip on.
Yes, I want to sip it now.
And then, fun fact, obviously, because we are supporting Miss Jennifer, who is vegan, and these recipes are vegan. This wine is also vegan.
Yes, I love a good vegan wine.
Come on.
Put me on. So there's another vegan wine. I'm going to just say this. He put me on to, it's called Chris. That Pinot is the best Pinot. And my husband doesn't drink, so that's like the wine he has with me. So he knows what he's talking about.
I try.
He does.
Try sometimes.
He tries and he succeeds, okay?
The thing is, a lot of you are probably asking yourself, what makes a wine vegan? Realistically, it's a lot of different things, but It's more so having to do with the clarification process of the wine itself. So we have the way that wine looks, that nice, clear, beautiful color, as we sometimes refer to it as being clean. That is from oftentimes filtering the wine through things like fish skin or the bladder of a fish. And in doing that, you are clarifying the wine itself. Yeah.
That is insane. So you're saying that fish skin and fish bladder
Yes.
is what clarifies some wines?
Oftentimes, yeah. It's just a traditional process. It helps, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So a lot of people won't change the processes. But there's a lot of different things. Using the albumin from egg whites, that protein will help kind of coagulate and catch any extra particles that are floating around in the wine. But it just helps to clarify the color so that you get something that is considered to be clean in appearance.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So the cleaner the wine, the dirtier it took to get it there.
So this wine is from Italy, and Italy and anywhere in Europe is considered to be the old world of winemaking because they've been making wine since the very beginning. Oftentimes their processes don't include the added effect of using a fish bladder to filter it or using things like that. So typically those wines are vegan, but we in the States, we like our buzz terms, our buzzwords. So we always like to classify things as, oh, it's vegan or it's organic or it's sustainable. Whereas in the old world, they don't really care about that because to them, it's like, this is just how we've always been doing it. So there's no need to make it a selling point.
Oh, okay. Okay, so most Italian wines are already vegan.
Yeah, or most of your European wines. Yeah, for the most part. Now, obviously, I'm picking producers who I know for a fact are vegan, so that way Jenn can taste it with us.
Okay.
But this one in particular, I will say, Peter Zemmer has a great lineup of wines, again, from the region of Alto Adige. Just beautiful varietals, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay. He's also working with some Riesling, and then this one here, the Schiava.
Oh, yeah, that looks really fancy.
I know, it's very fancy, but it's actually only like $20 a bottle.
Oh, really?
So it's super inexpensive.
Looks good. That's something you bring over and they're like, oh, let's save that for last.
I know, like this is the one you're like, oh, I gotta save it for the last bottle. But no, this is the one you're gonna want to start with this one. It's pretty awesome.
I'm excited as we cook, honey.
Perfect. So now I'll go ahead and pour us a glass here.
Yay. Oh, it looks bubbly.
I think it's just a little bit of that initial impact from on the glass there.
Okay.
I'll pour you a lot. I'll pour myself just a little bit because I just want to make sure everything is all right inside the glass there.
You're gonna get lushy with me.
I'm gonna get lushy with you. I just want to make sure everything's good.
Okay. So, let's talk to them. How do you smell wine? Because I don't know.
Yeah,
you hold
so
the stem.
yeah, you hold the stem. I always suggest when you initially pour a wine into a glass, you just pour yourself a little bit, and then before you swirl it or anything, you do want to smell it first, just to smell for faults. So if you smell anything like wet dog, I always say like a dirty bathroom or dirty toilet water. If you ever smell things like that, it's usually an indication that the wine is faulted or corked. So just things to look out for. Now, if it smells great and then you taste it, you can also taste those same qualities like a wet dog or...
Oh my God!
Or again, I always say like dirty water, like or standing water, like if water's
like
just been
stagnant.
Exactly.
Ew.
Those kinds of aromas typically mean that the wine is corked or faulted. Typically.
Oh. And what does corked mean?
Corked is essentially, doesn't always have anything to do with the actual cork. A corked is just a term to denote that the wine itself is damaged in a way. Not good.
Okay.
Correct.
So it's like trash or 86.
Yeah.
In culinary terms, it's 86.
Yeah, because if it's messed up, it's 86. You're not going to be selling it for the night.
86 that wine.
Yeah, this one smells great.
It does.
Schiava is great for people who are just starting to drink red wine. It vibes very much like Pinot Noir, so it's got this light kind of fruit characteristic, lots of fresh strawberries, a little bit of like this rosy element, but it's a really pretty wine, and again, just kind of great to kind of start off a meal and or just to drink it throughout.
It smells fruity. This is really good.
It's super tasty. And again, as you're drinking, you'll kind of notice like that your mouth is watering, indication of acid.
Damn, you know what you're talking about. My mouth is watering.
It's watering. It's the acid in the wine. It has a quality that I like to call like crunchy acid, where it's like there's like a textural component where you almost want to eat something and chew. Yeah, you almost want to chew, and that's gonna make you reach for the food. And you're gonna keep eating and then drinking and then eating and drinking. It's like this back and forth situation. As you keep drinking, the wine itself starts to develop more nuance because you're constantly going back and forth, and you're swirling, so the glass is giving it more surface area to breathe, and you're getting more phenolics. It's a great time. That night before Thanksgiving, you're making your side dishes, and you're kind of going back and forth. You're tasting things, but you also want to drink a little bit just to make sure that you're loose.
That's what this is for. This is for like, if you're cooking through the night, like when you get off work, you come home and you start cooking that Thanksgiving dinner. This is what you need to get through it. This is what you need to get through
Exactly. And then again, it's not going to overwhelm anything that you're tasting. So as you're kind of tasting through everything, it's going to be super fine.
It tastes kind of like, I don't know anything like him, okay? So y'all going to get my bougie down version. But to me, it tastes like cranberry lemonade that's not very sweet. But it has like a hint, like I could drink this like juice. I would feel the effects, but it tastes really good. Like, this is bomb.
Yeah, the cranberry note, that's like almond nose. It does have like almost like a citrus peel almost, like the orange, like a lemon rind situation. It's got a little bit of that.
To cook with.
Yeah, one for you, one in the pot. Like it's a done deal. But I'm super excited because now we can jump into the actual cooking portion.
Okay.
Start with our first one.
Make all of these things. Yay! And then we cooked this food. Yeah, we did it. Yay! Should we dive in? Like, honey, I am so excited to try this food. Disclaimer, I've already had it, but it's good. So.
I'm super pumped.
What you want to start with first?
We'll just go in the order. I know all of them. Yeah, but yeah, we'll start with the candy yams first.
Let's put the yams on the plate. Okay.
Yum.
Yums. You gotta add the mac. Ooh, let's watch this thing crack open. You hear that?
You gotta hear that noise, or it's not good. Come on. Come on.
It don't matter if they all get mashed together.
Yeah, because it's all gonna go.
It's
going to the same place.
Yeah,
it's going to the same place.
They have to be eaten together. Like greens. Get these greens. Get them.
I'm so pumped.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Are you tasting everything individually first in
I
context?
don't do it.
No?
No,
like,
I don't do it. I'm gonna mix everything together like this. I'm gonna show y'all how it's supposed to be eaten. Look, wow, what I do with my greens. All three. My heart.
Shut the front door.
My heart.
Anybody's
God is vegan. God himself is vegan, okay? Because he would not want to not have this. Like,
you don't miss anything. Like, you wouldn't know that this wasn't vegan unless someone told you. Or that it was vegan unless someone told you.
Even if you are not vegan, make these your sides and still have that turkey, honey. It's bomb.
You know, the candy pecans would be great. Like, it's a snack on. As people are coming into your home for Thanksgiving, just to snack on them, that would be great.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for being here, for watching the snack. I'm not going to stop eating, but I definitely think we should stop filming because I don't think you guys want to see this mess.
Yeah, I know, because I'm finna crush.
We're about to kill this. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure that you subscribe.
And do all the things.
Yes, do all of the things. Subscribe, click that thing that they tell you to click.
Comment,
notification bell.
like, all that.
Yes. Tell us what you want to see next week, even though we already know what we're making next week. But just come back. Because you can still comment and say what you want to see, even though you might not see it.
Or you probably won't see it.
Yeah, just come on back.